What is going on, guys? This is Chris with an Aceberg production, and today, as you can tell by the intro, I'm going to be talking about the upcoming title, Battlefield Hardline. Now, at an A-Squared production, I'm the only Battlefield player, so I was the only person who had tried to get the beta, and I got in about 2 weeks ago. I'm showing you guys some Battlefield 4 gameplay just because my trial expired. And I just figured I'd give you my impressions on the beta, how I felt about it, what I felt was wrong, and my overall opinion of it. Now, this is a bit of a disclaimer. If you are fully convinced that you're going to get Battlefield Hardline no matter what I say, don't even bother watching this. Just go buy it. I don't care. That's your money, not mine. Doesn't bother me whatsoever. But to those people who are still skeptical about it, maybe you tried the beta and you're like, well, I mean, this video's for you. So, I'm going to start out with my first impressions. What I thought when I first got the beta. I was so excited. I heard about the whole cops and robbers things, and I was so stoked to have it be that. I mean, especially I want to go into law enforcement, so I mean, I was pretty excited for it. But I had one question to myself as soon as I heard it. Will the Battlefield type gameplay, like from Battlefield 2, 3, and 4, and Bad Company and all that, will that fit well with a heist type scenario? Because with the Battlefield game, you get really immersed in the way it plays because you feel like that you're in a battle that's big, you know? And I was really skeptical as to if that would fit the heist type gameplay. And my first impression with the beta basically proved that that was totally true and that it wouldn't work. And I was very disappointed. And I had thought, you know, this is a piece of junk. So the first day I played it, those were my first impressions, and I stopped playing it. And about 2 days after, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna give this a full try. I'm gonna try to get into it. I'm gonna play like a few more hours on it, see what I thought. So instead of playing a few, I ended up waiting about 2 days to have my final decision. And I decided the game wasn't good. It was exactly what I thought. It didn't fit the Battlefield type gameplay. The whole cops and robbers thing, it just didn't. It's like the hardest thing to explain, but I'm going to try my hardest to get it out in words. The heist type atmosphere does not fit the Battlefield gameplay. That's pretty much what it is. Because in games like the Grand Theft Auto campaign, or even a better one, Payday, you felt like you were actually a part of a heist. Now it basically feels like Battlefield 4, but reskinned, and there's a lot less going on. That's another thing that I noticed. The maps, there's maybe 3 different areas of this huge beta map that you use. And basically it's just gun on gun. There's no really vehicles. I mean, there's transport, then there's guns on a few of the transport vehicles, but I mean, that's sort of like a second thought. It's mainly like gun on gun. And that's sort of the difference that separates it from all the other Battlefield games. And all the other Battlefield games, at least for me, I felt like that was actually part of like a battle that was going on, and that's why I enjoy it so much. But with this, I don't get that feeling because it doesn't match up. Like with Payday, I felt like I was actually part of a heist. With this, I feel like that it's Battlefield 4, except the objectives are different and you reskin. That's pretty much it. It doesn't fit the heist type theme. And that was basically my #1 problem with this beta. And I mean, I don't know how they could possibly change that for the actual game. I doubt that they will change very much about the game. But that was the biggest problem. A couple other little problems are the character models look like shit. I mean, let's be honest here. They look like that they're made of plastic. But in Battlefield 4, it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not on a PC. I'm on a PS4, but it still looks pretty good. And you could see the improvement from Battlefield 3. In Battlefield Hardline, I feel like that they took a step back. And I know I'm gonna have people saying, oh, it's a beta, the game's gonna actually change. Not by that much, and I doubt that they're gonna spend a lot of their time changing the game in the graphics area. And I'm not a big graphics snob, but for a game like Battlefield, taking a step back like that, especially on next gen, is a huge disappointment. And as far as the Levolution goes, I mean, it's like a map where a huge crane falls over. The Levolution, I didn't even notice it until like my second time trying the beta out. And it was sort of pointless, and the only thing that it really did was just shake your screen a ton. Like, I couldn't aim or anything for about, I don't know, like 30 seconds. Everyone just pretty much sat there just waiting for it to end. And it's more of an annoyance than actually changing the map and like the way you use the map. So that was pretty disappointing. There are some cool new weapons though. I like the double barrel shotgun, that's pretty cool. The zip line works alright. I mean, they're gonna have to fix that. But I mean, I don't know, I was just really disappointed by it. I wasn't really expecting much, but like that much that I was expecting, it was disappointed. I mean, this is just my personal opinion, take it with a grain of salt. You guys try the beta out. I'm encouraging you to try it out. If you love it, if you think that it's a great game, if you think that it's going to be a great game, go ahead, get it. I'm telling you, just try it out first. And if you're hesitant about it, and if you don't get a chance to try it out before the release, wait. Do not buy it right away. Wait till you see what other people say about it, and then make your decision. Because the way it looks right now, things aren't looking too bright for Battlefield Hardline. Things are not looking too good at all, and just wait. That's basically the main thing that I have to say. They're gonna have to do a lot of work in order to change it to what it should be, in my personal opinion. They would have to go leaps and bounds, and I'm not saying that isn't possible, but it's very doubtful. So if you guys are considering buying it, I'm just encouraging you to test it out first. And if you can't test it out first, wait. $60 is not, like, I don't want anybody spending $60 on a game that they're going to regret. And with the way Battlefield is going with this 1 year release, I mean, not to hate on 1 year releases, because I know Austin and the other Austin love Call of Duty, but in my opinion, it just doesn't work for a Battlefield game. It doesn't. The developers need more time. I mean, no offense to them, but there's a lot more to a Battlefield game as far as like maps. They have a lot more guns, that type of stuff, and the developers just can't fit that within a year. And if they're going to keep on doing this 1 year release, I don't know, the game, remember Battlefield 4 at the beginning? What is it going to be like when it's 1 year? I mean, it's just going to keep on going. It's going to be an endless cycle. So that's my thoughts on Battlefield Hardline. It was not good. I mean, you guys do what you want, but just remember what I encourage you. Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. This is Chris from Mace Squared Production. Have a good one.